He was with him. It's Gang Spitter, y'all. Subscribe, like, share the video. I'm gonna touch on this Larry Hoover situation, man. Like going crazy all over the internet. I'm gonna share my little thoughts on the situation, man. You know, Trump, he pardoned Larry Hoover, which we all know, took back them 6 life sentence, right? Everything was going smooth. Everybody was happy about that. Same day, pardoned others and NBA young boy and all this stuff. Then Larry Hoover, he ran into 2 major issues. One being he still got 200 years to do in the state, and it's up to the state to clear that and let him out. You understand that? Which he still got to handle that little business, so he get transferred back to the state. The only good thing, as far as like what Trump did was so far, is I guess when he was doing the 6 life sentence, he could have been on a 23 and 1. He couldn't have access to a lot of different things that now he probably can have access to. He probably can get visits. He probably can get this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it was some benefit to that, right? And it opened the doors for the state to let the man out. If the state looking at it like if the federal government or the president will say he good in our book, what would make the state say, nah, we need them 200. We need them 200 or 150, whatever. We need that about him. He gonna spend the rest of his life in our penitentiary. You understand that? So it just depends how they feeling, how they rocking. They know he'll change, man. They know he'll change, man. But we're gonna touch on that a little bit later in the video. But then first day back into the state, probably not even 24 hours. Here come the snitching allegations. You know, 1090 Jake, he doing what 1090 Jake do. He posts the paperwork, he do the video. Yeah. Some people saying it ain't no real paperwork. It's the news article. It's the news article. It ain't really him saying in black and white, yeah, he shot me. So 1090 Jake, he do his whole spiel on that. He get a whole bunch of backlash. Right? But he goes deeper and dig and pull way more information and stamping that Larry Hoover, he told that he a rat. That's what he's saying. Usually, you know, the black community, they be on 1090 Jake's side as far as like he say he told. This time the streets ain't feeling that. They ain't feeling it. Which 1090 Jake already said on Vlad or Academic, one of them shows, that he wasn't gonna touch on the snitching type of videos no more. But I guess this situation so big, he had to, you know, renege on that and do that there. So yeah. And then you had Larry Hoover op. He come out and say, that man ain't told on me. I would have been came out saying that. Why would I keep my mouth shut on that? I ain't been getting no money for that. They ain't paid me to keep quiet. I ain't ducking no smoke. I ain't scared of what the GDs can do. I don't know who laid them down. He could feel like it was more rougher back then. He could feel like that. Like I came up in a time where you had to be who you say you was back then. So he's like, why would I would have been came out and said that to destroy his character. You think I'm gonna let him be this high ranking guy and he told on me and I'm just gonna keep quiet for over 50 years? So he like, man, they try to do that same shit to David Bosdale. You know what I'm saying? They try to do that shit to Bosdale guy. So that's what the police do. We know the police, they crooked, they a lie, they'll make it seem like it's this and it ain't, just to make people retaliate or destroy your image or whatever. So that's the spiel he giving. But then you had 1090 Jake respond to him. He say OG Highsmith told in his 90 Fed case, post the paperwork, laughing emoji. He's saying OG Highsmith told in his 90 Fed case. So he's saying, Jake saying, how can you vouch for Larry Hoover when you got some smut on your name? So you probably, family members that probably hit you up or now you probably done got paid. And since it ain't no smoke no more, it been over 50 years, y'all old. You like, I ain't even gonna. I'm gonna come out here and say he didn't tell on me. Or I don't know what it'd be his reason besides getting paid or a family member saying, "Hey, don't touch on that." You got family members out here. A lot of shit can come behind that. Hey, come out here and clear his name. They can know you told too, so we can keep that shit a secret. 10 out of Jake, like, man, I got the paperwork. I'm gonna put it out anyway. I ain't on your side. I ain't on his side. Ain't nobody paying me. Yeah, you told too. So 10 out of Jake, he's standing on 10. How he feel? He's just doing his job. But you know, it can flip on him. I feel it could turn on him. It depends on how the GDs feel. The thing is though, like, do y'all feel like 1090 Jake, he would put all that together when he got a platform that in the high 90s be facts? He'll put out their whole story together and he ain't really got no real proof. Do y'all feel like that? So y'all feeling like he'll just put some shit together from a news article just to get some views that he'll get them same views on any other video. If not the same amount, real close. It ain't like that video right there, some life-changing views or the most views for him or top 5 most views. It ain't like that. Do y'all feel like he'll put all that together knowing how the GDs feel about him? Now, I'm pretty sure he getting threats and all the extra shit in his DM and all that stuff. So, the thing is, though, it ain't really no GDs or nobody that really rock with Larry Hoover that's going down to Chicago, downtown, wherever you got to go to get the paperwork and clear your name. We ain't seeing that. Yeah, we ain't seeing that. 10 out of Jake saying it was so long ago. Back then, the newspaper, the news was the only thing they was using back then. It wasn't no social media. It wasn't no this and that. So yeah, man, like the biggest question mark gonna be why it ain't no GDs going down there, getting the paperwork, clearing the name, making videos, and all that stuff. Do they really care? Because Larry Hoover then denounced the squad. Is they, the ones that is making the threats? Is they just doing that because they don't like 10 Jake anyway, and just give them something to do? I don't know, like, but I'm pretty sure this ain't 10 Jake first time getting threats, getting backlash. So, like I say, he could feel like on the internet it's that, but in real life, it's another way. It's love. Same thing them rappers be saying. Meat Mill and all that. On the internet, you get a lot of hate. He Diddy, BF, he this and that. But in real life, it's love. Let me get a picture, autograph. You the GOAT. You the best. You the realest. Music dope. When you dropping, shit like that. So it's a lot of celebrities that say that. They get a lot of backlash on the internet, but in real life, it'd be different. So will more information come out that really put the jacket on Larry Hoover, or will more information come out that clear name? Do it really matter at his age? With the jacket on his name, do that really matter? Is that gonna hurt him? Because it ain't gonna stop him from being a millionaire if he get out, sell his story, books, movies, series, whatever, interviews. You ain't gonna stop. Motherfuckers still want to hear the story. How he took over, how he started everything, what made him, yeah. So, but I don't think Tonight Jake doing it to stop his paper. He's just doing his job. It don't matter who it is. It's just this person, Larry Hoop. So yeah, man, like it's not a Tonight Jake can feel like it ain't no personal attack. It ain't no personal attack. It's just business. It is what it is. Like Tonight Jake can feel like if some shit come out, well, it cleared name, I'm a cleared name. Tonight Jake believing that, nah, what I said, I'm standing on it. It's what it is. I know what I got. I know the information I got. I know what I saw. I know, yeah. So yeah, like I said, it could be a situation where it don't matter what he say. The black community, the streets, the gang, the GDs, we still standing behind him. So we pick and choose. We rocking with him. We ain't tripping on that. The shooter, he's saying he ain't tell, so we taking their word. That's the bam bam. Yeah, I don't care. We ain't trying to hear it. Even if he do show paperwork, it's a lie. They made it up. You know what I'm saying? So it just, only time will tell. But like when everybody keeps saying 1090 Jake, he destroying the black community far as like street side, he destroying careers and all that stuff. Y'all gotta understand, all 1090 Jake do is put out the videos. We the ones who are given the power to destroy anything. He's just one person. He can't make a million people stop listening to Boston Richie. The million people got to be like, well, fuck Boston Richie no more. So we seen this and that. He can't make everybody turn their back on Larry Hoover. The people got to be like, Larry Hoover. We ain't rocking with him because 1090 Jake said that. So the people who watching, the people who type on the internet, we got the power. The subscribers, the fans, the whoever, like, we got the power. So if you don't want this shit to work, you don't give it the power. You'll let them make the video. You can look at the videos, but you don't give it the power. Actually unfollowing Boston Richie, not rocking with Big Meech, not rocking with Larry Hoover, not rocking with Finesse 2 Times, not rocking with whoever you call out. You don't do it, you keep fucking with them. You don't diss Gunner. You know, whoever he exposed. So that's how you put an end to that. Other than that, as long as we give it power and you do what he say, when he said he ain't telling you to unfollow nobody, he ain't telling you don't fuck with this person. He just putting the information out there and then everybody else doing what they doing. So if y'all feel like no one man should have all that power, take your power back. He's not forcing nobody not to rock with nobody. Take control back. It's in y'all hands. Because y'all not going to follow him and not watch his videos. So I can't say do that. And then we can't really say most of his subscribers is from the streets. It could be white people, Mexicans, Asians, Jews, Spanish, whoever, whites, whoever. The blacks that don't care about the streets. It could be a small percentage, real street niggas who abide by the code, real gang members. They can be 5% of his channel. The real street niggas don't even watch YouTube and watch all the videos all day. They in the street. They doing what they doing. So, yeah. And then you got the other theory, like they saying maybe the feds or the state or the government, whoever you want to say, they trying to run a play on Larry Hoover. Like, we're going to make Trump look good. So throw young boy in there, make him look real good to keep that YN black vote. We're going to keep the streets on Trump's side, make them look good over there so they win in that aspect. And then we're going to tear down his image before he even come out. We're going to tear down the image. Yeah, we're going to tear down the image. We're going to make one of them YNs crash out on him. because they got two good reasons. One, you turned your back on the GDs. You said you denounced the gang, so really they don't really got to threaten 1090J because Larry Hoover say he ain't got no parts of the GDs. So if they, stand on business on 1090J can crash out, is they really doing it for the leader of the GDs? Because Larry Hoover say he ain't with that no more. He don't want no parts. But, exposing that with the help of 1090J, the government can still want Larry Hoover to pay. Like, we're going to get one of these YNs to crash out. Because they could feel played. Like, I've been holding you down, repping your gang. Or it could be an OG. I've been holding shit down all my life, looking up to you, looking at you like a god. And the whole time, you done told you're a rat. I would have been a BD. I would have been a Blood. I would have been an MC. I would have been a Lake King. I would have been this. I ain't know you was really that right there. And then you going to denounce the game. Like, come on, man. I feel violated. I feel like I was lied to my whole life. I feel like I done caught 20, 30 years behind this GD shit. I done caught a life sentence behind this GD shit. I'm on death row behind this GD shit. I done lost my daddy. I done lost my brother, my cousin. I done lost my mama and them, my whoever, my sister, they got hit in the drive-by. I done did all this shit, banging under your set, under your rules. And the whole time you told me you can be a YN, OG, middle age, it don't matter. Crash out on that. Yeah, crash out on that. They can wait. They can do it while he inside. They can wait till you get on the street. And they get to have the reputation of, I stepped on Larry Hoop. Crushed him. Yeah. You can fuck about him. You can have him come like that, man. So it leave a door open. With all this information out, it can leave that door open. Unless, because it don't matter how many black people, how many of us online saying, we don't believe what 1090 saying, man, what he's saying, and this and that. All it takes is one person, one gun, one bullet. All it takes is one guy to disagree with that and smash him. It could be a Mexican that's a GD that'll smash him because they feel disrespected. They feel like, you know what I'm saying, they've been lied to. Their hero then told, and he denounced the game. It's just like, you slapped me on my left cheek, slapped me on my right cheek. Come on, man. I turned the other cheek, you smacked the other one. I ain't got no other cheeks. Yeah, so except my butt cheeks, and now you gonna violate. So now, you die. Yeah, so that's nasty work. So y'all drop the comments and y'all let me know what y'all feel about that situation right there and how the government playing that or whoever leaked that information out. How y'all feel about 1090J. But I also want to speak on this right here. Like, do y'all feel like Larry Hoover, he went wrong? One of the worst mistakes that he did before he got locked up was change his life. It could be changing his life, not thinking the same, not leading all these men to the hell gates, speaking positive, trying to make the GDs be on some growth and development type shit instead of gangster disciple. Because if I'm the government, if I'm the person who owns the prisons all over America, not just Chicago, if I'm the person who owns hospitals and jails, including prison, like I say, whatever, police departments, whatever. I make a lot of money off the narcotics and public housing and stuff like that. And I got this big leader that got so much control. He trying to turn everybody against that right there, what pays so many generations of families, paying so many different employees, paying so many different LLCs and S corps and different businesses. Now he telling these people to change their life and they'll listen. Oh yeah, he got to go. We got to get him 1,000,000 years. We ain't got to delete him or nothing like that. Now we're going to make him suffer. We're going to make him suffer. That feel much better. I'd rather see him suffer. Because if we make him suffer, it can make him flip and want to do bad again. Like still order hits through the jail because he feel like the government trying to break him. And especially in the beginning, he still could do little dirt behind the wall because he's suffering. He ain't going to never get out versus just stepping on him. It can give the gang members hope to keep doing their shit. if he do that, you know what I'm saying? Or he get the gang members hope that he'll flip back and get back on that the gangster disciple type shit. He can get back on that, you know. So yeah, let's make them suffer. Let's keep them alive. They could have easily knocked them off, but had somebody knock them off in the beginning. It ain't hard, you know. They didn't got bigger giants knocked off. Pablo Escobar, you can Bin Laden, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So but yeah, that's what I'd be mad at Larry Hoover about. That's why I give him. If I'm a white man and own prisons and own this and that, that's why I give him 1,000,000 years and make sure the judge, you know, send him to us. Cause I'd be damned if I let some nigga destroy what I done built, destroy generations of families because he got so many men. And what if other gangs and leaders follow in his footsteps? He not finna be the Malcolm X or Martin Luther King for the gangs. We ain't finna do that. Maybe if he would have kept on that gangster shit, he wouldn't have got all the life sentences he wouldn't have got. He would have had a better chance to getting out. Maybe he probably would have only got 40 years, 30 years, 60 years, and did 45 or 40 and been out. You never know. Like, you never know how the government really feel, how the prison owners, jail owners really feel. Um, then you got them falling out with their own family members. Yeah, say the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds, let's say one of they type of families own the prisons and they getting into it with their sons because one of the sons, say I'm just using the name, say it's the Rothschilds and the daddy got like 4 sons and then 3 of them on board, but one of them, he saying it ain't right to do Larry Hoover like that. The man changing his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not right just to give a man 1,000,000 years and make him suffer like that. Like, we should count that he want to do better. He could control a lot of this stuff. I thought we want the violence to stop. I thought we want this and that to end. You know what I'm saying? So he going back and forth with his daddy. Daddy talking crazy to him. Yeah, like, John, since when you become a nigga lover? Since when do you care about some hood uppity nigga that changed his mind? When granddaddy and them, your father, he built this from ground up. Blood, sweat, and tears. Made a way for me, which made a way for y'all. The billions of dollars that made, all the properties, all the employees. Open that refrigerator, look at all that food in there. Look out there in the driveway. Look at the farms. Look at whatever else they got. All that was built off the back of niggas and criminals. And here it is, you see something that can destroy and put a real dent in our business. And now all of a sudden you having feelings. Now all of a sudden you want to have a change of heart going against this family. And this is why I don't feel like you're ready to take over. Once it's my time to go and get in that casket, this is why I'm not leaving you the business. Because you don't think like your brother Rick, Mike, and John. You don't think like them. You the weakest one. Look how this situation right here breaking you. So before I let you take over this company, it'll be over my dead body. You keep this shit up, I have you at my wheel in the morning. The son, he going back and forth, yelling, mama in the way. I hate this family. I gave everything for this family, everything for this business. Thinking I'm doing the right thing, and you just like the criminals that you locking up, that you keeping in the prison. You just like them. You just know how to hide it better. That's all. You just know how to hide, but you just as worse, if not worse than them. Because a lot of shit they doing it for a family, to live a better life, their family and shit like that. This is not about the family. It's about control, power, greed. money, stuff like that. So what make you any better than Larry Hoover, or Tookie, or this? He talking like that. So yeah, man. Mama, the daddy, he done cussed out the wife, the mama, saying that they both can leave, get out, cause she taking up for the son. They're going back and forth. So you got all that there. Yeah, of course, the dude who owned the prisons and this and that, and this business and that business, he cool with the judge on board. Let alone they could be in the room, and or prosecutors or FBI agents or should be going down like everybody fuck with each other, just like it. Or how it should be going down like that. Everybody be fucking with each other, especially back then. There wasn't a whole bunch of cameras. And yeah, they eat lunch, just like how lawyers eat lunch for prosecutors. Yeah, you don't think a federal agent eat lunch with a prison owner? Also, he owned record labels. You don't think they'd be cool? They don't sit down with prosecutors and judges and stuff like that. Who else? They ain't hanging with criminals. They ain't, as far as like gangsters and bloods or just regular basketball players. They ain't hanging with them. Who they friends? Who would be their friend? So look at it like that. You on your conspiracy type shit, man. Um, but like I say, yeah, it can get dangerous for 1090J, depending on how the people feel. It may not even be just about Larry Hoover. It could be about he always tearing down black people. They feel he don't never go at the Hell Angels, the motorcycle gangs, and the skinheads and the ABs. You know what I'm saying? You never go at them. The people who steal from the government, you never do videos on them. The dirty cops, you never do videos on them. 1090J can feel like, and he can respond like this right here. I wasn't raised like that. That's not my lane. I was always raised in the hood, always around black people. I always grew up on hip hop, so I don't really know about all that shit there. I don't know how to break that shit down. Like I do this. This my culture. This my lane. This yeah. I'm not some nerd like Adam 22 that lucked up and got a platform and started talking about hip hop. And you know what I'm saying? Or just listen to hip hop as a kid, did never get involved. Nah, I'm not no. What's the other dude that be doing documentaries? The skinny dude that's from overseas. I ain't him. I ain't him. I ain't Vlad. I ain't this one. I ain't that one. I really did crimes. I'm really a blood. I'm really yeah. They did prison time. I done really fought for blacks. I done protected blacks. I done did so. I feel like I can speak on it. I feel like I'm a part of this culture. I'm not just sitting behind the desk. I'm a part of it. I know what it's like to go through courts and do time and be in race wars or go against this gang. That's how he can respond to the situation. You know, so it just depends on how our race, feel and carry out how they feel. They can just feel, just like when a white police officer step on a black person that's innocent or whatever, we just feel. We don't really never do shit. It could be just like this with 1090J. We could feel, we can give him all the hate, we could say this and that, but they ain't gonna do nothing. We see him, and it's gonna be love, just like when we see the cops that step on blacks in real life. It's, hey officer, how you doing today? Nod their head, open the door for them, all type of shit like that. Say yes sir, no sir. Same shit, you know what I'm saying? It's only a few that really crash out. It's only a few, so we'll always get a police hell. So yeah, only time will tell. If Larry Hoover get out, could he control all the GDs and they listen to him and they change their ways? I don't think so, because he denounced his set. OGs, maybe so, yeah. Now can he get out and become a millionaire? Of course. Got a story to tell, books to sell, merch, all type of shit. Of course he could. Could he gain a lot of power back? Of course. Would he do good on YouTube, streaming? Interviews and stuff like that? Of course. But can he control the violence? Mm-mm. Do all the white ends really care about him? Mm-mm. Not their era. So y'all drop them comments, man. Y'all let it be known what y'all feel about this situation, man. Like, y'all follow me on IG, _game_spitter. Do y'all feel like Larry Hoover a rat? Y'all feel like everybody reaching? Y'all feel like you don't know? You need more information? What y'all feel about this right here? Do y'all feel like something gonna happen to Larry Hoop? Do y'all feel like something gonna happen to 290 Jake? Do y'all feel like something gonna happen to both of them? Do y'all feel like ain't nothing gonna happen to Larry Hoop? Ain't nothing gonna happen to 290 Jake? Do y'all feel like Larry Hoover gonna get out of jail? Do y'all feel like Larry Hoover gonna die in jail? Yeah, how you feel? Donate to the channel, $ Dagamespitter704. Yeah, man. He was with him. Gone.